Hello again guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is part 7, the final part of our Airbus tutorial series, and it's just a short video. As you'll probably remember, we just landed into Nice, we've taxied off the runway, and this video will just cover the taxi to the parking bay and the shutdown of the aircraft. As always, if you do find the video useful, please consider giving it a like and subscribing to the channel. And if you have any comments or questions for me, please leave them down in the comments section below and I'll do my best to answer them. Thanks very much, and I hope you enjoy the video. So just as a reminder, we've just landed and taxied clear of the runway. We've just been handed over to ground, so we'll now call ground and we'll taxi to the bay.
Ground, Midland 289er, request taxi to Stick. Midland 289er, taxi to Sandhole, using taxiway. Taxiing to Sandhole, using taxiway. Midland 289er.
So we're cleared to stand Golf 8. Hasn't given us any taxiway instructions, so we'll just cheat and we'll use the progressive taxi. And usually as we're taxiing we would carry out all these actions, but I'll just do them now while we're stationary just to make my life a little bit easier. So once we've cleared the runway, strobes can go back to auto, landing lights off, spoilers disarmed, can raise the flaps, weather radar can go off, and we can start the APU. As I say, all of that would usually be done on the move. The APU, it would depend. If we have a long taxi we might start that later on. Otherwise, if it's a short taxi like today, we'll just start it now so that it's ready when we arrive on the bay. And again, we're capable about 10 knots in a turn, especially whilst we're on the apron. We'd be keeping a good visual lookout all around us for any obstacles. So the after landing checklist. Flaps are up, spoilers disarmed, APU is starting, radar's off and predictive wind shear is off. That's the after landing checklist complete. As we taxi onto the bay, we turn off our taxi lights just to avoid blinding any of the ground staff. However, again, as it's just me and I want to make sure I can see whilst I'm taxiing, I'll do that in a second. So taxi light and runway turn off light go off. And then of course usually we'd either have a marshaller or some sort of gate guidance to guide us onto the parking spot. Today we'll just have to figure that out for ourselves. Okay, once we're on the bay, we can set the parking brake. APU bleed can go on. APU is available, so we can shut down the engines. Once the engines are shut down, the seatbelt signs can go off. And the slides are disarmed, so the beacon can go off. Lastly, the fuel pumps can go off as well. And then we've run the parking checklist, so APU bleed is on, engines are off, seatbelts off, external lights are set, fuel pumps off, and the parking brake is on. That is the parking checklist complete. Of course, shortly thereafter the cabin doors would be opened and the baggage would start to be offloaded as well. Depending now on whether the flight was a turnaround or we were terminating here for the day, we'd either then secure the aircraft if we were terminating. Or basically we'd be starting the whole process from scratch that we did out of East Midlands to turn the aircraft around in Nice for the return leg back.
So there you go guys, we have now made it successfully onto the stand in Nice. So that's the end of this video, and indeed it's the end of the Airbus Procedures tutorial series. I do hope that you found these series useful and maybe picked up a few tips along the way. If you did, once again please consider giving the video a like and subscribing to the channel. That really helps me out, and I am intending to have much more content up on the channel in the coming months. If you have any comments or questions for me regarding either anything in the series or indeed anything else, please leave them down in the comment section below and I'll do my best to answer them. Thanks very much, and I'll see you all again soon.